What's going on, guys? My name is Duskulum, and real quick I'm going to show you guys how to maximize your double XP weekend. So first off, let me go ahead and start off by saying that if you're not going to be playing the Nuketown 2025 playlist, here are the game types that I recommend that you play. You kind of want to steer away from Team Deathmatch because you're not going to be able to get the most points out of that game mode. So instead, I would suggest looking at Domination, Demolition, Kill Confirmed, Hardpoint, Headquarters, and Search and Destroy. Search and destroy only if you're good at it. If you're not good at getting a bunch of kills, then there's really no point in actually doing it because you're going to be getting less experience because it's a respawn type game mode. So on the classes, for the most part, you're going to be wanting to run hardline so that you can go ahead and get your kill streaks out as fast as you possibly can. Now with that being said, let me go ahead and skip back to score streaks before I go into the class setups. So you want to run really low kill streaks because you're going to be dying a lot, and you want to make sure that you can maximize the amount of score streaks you can get per life. So I'm running UAV, Hunter Killer, and Care Package. However, I don't have Counter UAV unlocked, but when I do, I'll go ahead and place Hunter Killer with that. The only reason I would not keep using Hunter Killer is because of the way that I have my classes set up for this weekend. So with UAV, you get the UAV assist. With Counter UAV, you get the Counter UAV assist. And with the Care Package, you get the Care Package Share Package if you get it to a teammate. So that's what you can do, but also with the way that we have these classes set up, we can actually re-roll the care packages. So if you don't like what's in them, we can actually do something about it. So let me go ahead and show you what I'm using for classes. And you really want to steer away from the LMGs and snipers this weekend, mainly because a lot of people are going to be using submachine guns and shotguns, and then there are going to be some people that are going to be using assault rifles, but they're not going to be as prevalent as submachine guns and shotguns. So with that being said, the only reason that I have this class set up like this is because it is a spawn trap class. Now if I were to be playing with a team, this would be the class that I would be using. And basically the target finder is only there. I don't use it in the way that most people do with the little red light. I use it for the sound because I always have a headset in, and that little sound that it emits when it's over an enemy really helps me out because sometimes I won't snap that there's somebody there, and that helps me realize that there's actually a person there. So toughness, you're going to be wanting to run for sure. That's about the only thing that you really need to run, especially if you're playing the Nuketown 2025 playlist, because you want to make sure that you can win as many gunfights as possible to get the most experience possible. The only reason why I'm not saying that Scavenger is useful this weekend is because you're going to be dying an awful lot. Now for PERK 3, in this case I have Dexterity because it is a light machine gun and you are going to need it to make sure that you can outgun people with shotties and stuff like that up close. Because if you don't have Dexterity, it is going to take you a long time to pull up your sights, which most of the time is going to lead to you dying. Now for the lethal, personally I would go ahead and use Simtex because especially on Nuketown 2025, the 2-second timer compared to the 3-second timer, and the fact that the frag grenade can roll is not that good of a thing on such small maps. Please excuse the birds in the background. I don't know why you can hear them. I have 3 doors in between me and them, and for some reason this mic still picks them up. And for tactical grenades, I'm using Black Hat so that I can maximize the amount of things that I can destroy, whether they be on the air or on the ground. Now, the Black Hats, in my case, are going to be used for equipment and for kill streaks that are on the ground because I have the Stinger for the things in the air. Now, moving on to a little bit more of an offensive style class for this weekend, I'm using Hardline, Toughness, Dexterity, and Engineer. And I'm using a Black Hat and a Simtex. The Black Hat's only there for this kind of rushing class because it's kind of essential. Maybe you're rushing in and there's a Claymore behind the door. Just pop it, get a Claymore, and you can run in and get your kills. So with this weekend, especially if you're playing Nuketown 2025, you really want to make sure that if you're not using Dexterity, you can use Quick Draw. In this case, actually, it would be better for me to use Tactical Mask because I have Quick Draw on the MP7, and you shouldn't really be rushing around corners anyways. And then FMJ is there because you're going to be shooting through walls quite a bit this weekend. So really, you want to be going ahead and gearing your classes towards submachine guns or shotguns. The main ones that I personally am good with and that I like using for weekends like this are going to be the Scorpion, the MSMC, the Vector, and then the MP7. And for shotguns, the KSG, basically all of them are really good, but personally I prefer the KSG because for some reason I'm good with it. And then on to the staple that you're going to be seeing basically throughout the rest of the classes, and that is going to be Hardline, Toughness, Engineer with Dexterity, and Black Hat with the Stinger as a secondary. Now this is going to maximize the amount of points you can get, because if you're on the ground and you see that there is a sentry gun or guardian or something like that, you can go ahead and pick it out with the Black Hat. And if there's something in the air like a Dragonfire, or a counter UAV, or UAV, you can go ahead and pick it out with the Stinger. Now a lot of people are probably going to be questioning my judgment on why you should be running a Stinger instead of just going ahead and playing like usual. Well, because if you destroy a UAV, it's 75 points regularly. So it's 150 points this weekend, and it's going to be 200 points for a counter UAV destroy. It's usually 100, it'll be 200 instead. So that is going to be almost all the tips that I have for you guys. Last but not least, I'm going to show you what you really should be making sure that you're doing. You really want to make sure that you are going into your game modes and you're completing the things that you are very close to completing. For example, Superior 3 right here on this domination. I have no idea what it's called. Challenges. Thank you. There we go. In the domination challenges, Superior 3, I have 5 more times I need to place in the top 3, and I get 5,000 XP for that. So that's something that easily I can do over this weekend. And you just go through and pick and choose the challenges that you want to do and kind of focus with those. Also, for the gun challenges, especially with the headshots, you're going to be getting double XP when it comes to that too. So technically, this Choco would be 3,000 XP instead. So it kind of gives you a little bit of incentive to go ahead and go for the gold, I guess you could say. And also, the same thing goes for the actually leveling up the regular guns. You're going to be getting more XP that way too, so it's very beneficial all around if you go ahead and make sure that you are not exactly rushing in, but you are kind of taking your time and making sure that you are getting you're taking this necessary approach in order to kill people. So I hope you guys enjoyed this really quick tutorial or how to maximize your double XP weekend. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, my name is Dusk Golem. Peace out and keep on gaming.